It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Good morning and happy March 1st, Soul family. So glad you could join me here live from the Soul Studios. As always, I'm Jordan Peterson, Executive Vice President here at Soul, and we are going to be talking a little bit of success this morning. As mentioned before, today is March 1st. You guys had a fantastic February. I can't say that enough. If you looked on it on an average per day, we were growing more per day in the month of February than we ever have before, which is such an awesome thing to see and such a tribute to all of you and all the good things that you've been doing. So congratulations for all you who accomplished the goals that you had set in February. March is such an awesome month for us to continue that momentum and keep moving forward, which we're going to talk about more in just a moment. But before that, as always, make sure that you sign in and let us know that you are out there in the world of YouTube. It looks like we've got a great group out there. Wishing everybody a good morning. And it's so good to see you all out there. As you do that, it allows us to see you, which allows us to put you in for a drawing to get some of our awesome Soul Swag items. And so make sure you do that. And as always, if you have any comments, feel free to put them here as well. I literally have a screen right here and I can see everything you guys type. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to add those in there and we'll try to get to them as well. So great things are going on. Which leads us to one of your favorite things that we do on this show is giving away free stuff to reward you for joining us live. There's got to be some benefit of putting up with me in the morning, right? So let's go and jump right into that right now. Now, there's been a little bit of a theme the last few weeks. Namely, we've been talking a lot about Cinemate here on the show and giving away things away for Cinemate. And today, you know what? We're not going to be any different because Cinemate is fantastic. And it's always the thing I start out my day with. And it helps me to be focused. So with that, I want you guys to enjoy those same benefits as well. So, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that too. With that though, we're going to give away this morning some Soul Naturals coasters, one for you and one for that special person in your life. That special person may just be another cup of Cinemate, but you know what? We're going to do it anyway. 2 coasters for you. We also are going to give away, again, this fantastic mini creamer. You guys, this is amazing. If you don't have one, you've got to get one. They are unbelievable. Soul branded, Soul Green. It's wonderful. It's great for not only your hot drinks, but your cold drinks as well. Throw your Vital in that blender bottle. Just do a little with this thing, and you're good to go. Also, we have our Cinemate fantastic little travel mug thing here. It fits in your car. It keeps your Cinemate hot while you're going places, and it has a spill-proof lid, so you don't have to worry about making a mess in your car if you drive like people we know, right? So those 3 things we're giving away. Now, the thing I want you to realize about some of these products that we have, there's a great principle that we're doing this, right? It's this. Sometimes you forget how awesome you are feeling because you're on the products all the time. If you ever have a customer that says, you know what, I don't think I'm getting the benefit I'm looking for, or it's not working anymore, just encourage them to take a couple days off. I tried that this last week with not starting my day with Cinemate when I got to the office. And I'll tell you what, a huge difference. And it wasn't immediate. It was at like 2 to 3 hours later where you start just feeling like you're going into that little bit of a work coma where you can't really focus and concentrate. Just let your people know if they're not getting the results they want, just take a step back, maybe pull away for a day or two, and then pay really close attention to how you feel, because I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a difference. And oftentimes people don't realize the awesome benefits they're getting until they realize it's not there. And then they're like, okay, I got it. I'm back, right? So give it a shot and see what happens. All right, now let's talk about, we talked about the great end to February. And you guys, this was unbelievable. We talked a lot about just finishing the month strong, pushing through to accomplish your goals. And there was a whole slew of individuals that did this amazingly well, which leads us to our next segment, which is rock and roll. And we had a great list today. There was a ton of people that just finished the month so strong. So we're going to jump into that now with our rock star enrollers. First up, we have Steph View enrolling 4 people. We also have Krista Shepard McGinnis up in Canada, enrolling 4 people as well. Myra E. Ortiz with 4. Gabriel Endrick with 4. Blanca Morales with 4, and you think that we're just getting started. I'm telling you, we got a ton of people here, so hold on tight with me, all right? We got Alma Sandoval with 4. We've got Luis A. Romero Navarrete with 5. Just doing awesome. Lydia Ledzima with 5. We've got Ismael Garza with 5. Georgina Martinez with 7, average 1 per day over the last week. That's fantastic. But that's not it. We've got Angela Bucheski with 9 people joining the Soul family in 1 week alone. And that wasn't even the top one. That's how crazy this last week was. Our top rock star enroller for the week was Veronica Martinez with 11 people joining the Soul family in 1 week, the last week of the month. In a short month, in February. How fantastic is that, right? And that's the wonderful things that we're seeing out there by you guys. It was an awesome month. It was just unprecedented what you guys were getting accomplished. And the thing that I love about it is we're seeing some awesome momentum picking up. And we see this every time this time of year. January rolls around and people get excited about getting healthy and getting things going again and wanting to be better. And then by February, they're seeing the results of getting on the product for the past month, and they're starting to feel better, and now they're sharing with others as well, right? March comes around, and March always is a huge month for Soul. Has been since the beginning, right? April, even bigger. May, now we're really moving, right? And last year, it's funny because sometimes there's a little bit of a misconception of like, oh, summer's tricky because people are so busy with family stuff. July was a huge month for us last year. And we always have the 4th of July holiday that everybody's celebrating and having a good time with, or on family vacations or doing whatever. Kids are out of school, we're busy, and yet July was huge for us last year. So it's such an awesome thing to see. Now, we're going to talk about momentum here for a minute. We're going to tie it into 2 key things that are coming up, okay? First off, how many of you have ever tried pushing a car? Let's say that the car is out of gas. Somebody calls you up and says, hey, my car's out of gas. I got to push it down the road to the gas station. Can you come out there and give me a hand and push the car? Have you ever tried that before? Or perhaps you pull up to an intersection. For whatever reason, a car is dead in the intersection. So you being the Good Samaritan, you jump out, help them push the car to get it out of there, right? I think a lot of us have been there before. Now, how many of us have been in the driver's seat of said car? The car's not moving very quickly and somebody's pushing you. You're trying to get going, right? And you're steering. Now, how easy is it for you to steer that car when you're barely moving? We've got a lot of you out there that said you've done it, right? Chris says a standard 4-speed transmission. Yes, absolutely. You're gonna have that issue, right? There's so many of us that have been in that driver's seat before. How easy is it to turn, to make a corner when you're getting pushed by somebody? You're going mock turtle, barely moving. How easy is it? It's no bueno, right? So hard to do, not easy at all. Even just doing little things like trying to pull into like a driveway or pull into the gas station, like your wheels cranked all the way and your tires are it seems like they're barely turned at all. And oftentimes it's even a little bit ugly. It leaves skid marks onto the pavement as you're trying to go. Sometimes you have to do like a 3-point turn just to pull into a driveway because you just don't have the speed and the momentum to make that corner like you would normally, right? Now, we also have the same sort of analogy when you're looking at somebody on a bicycle. When you're trying to help a little kid ride a bike, they want to get going on it, but they also want to go really slow because they got to be careful. They don't want to fall off. And so they want to go as slow as possible to make sure that they don't get hurt. Now, how easy is it to keep your balance on a bicycle when you're barely moving? It's hard, right? You got to have some sort of speed in order to keep the centrifugal force moving forward, keeps it from tipping over, right? Our businesses are very much that same way. You got to have some sort of momentum in order to keep going to build up to what we've got going on. Now, my question for you is this: how in the world do you guys get momentum going in your business? How do you get it going in your business, all right? Diane says, if you don't have power without power steering, it's almost impossible to steer. No question. So what's that power steering in our business, right? What does that look like? How do we get momentum going in our business if we haven't for a while? John C. Maxwell said the following. He says, momentum solves 80% of your problems. Now think about that. Momentum solves 80% of your problems. So then you may want to take a step back and say, as a leader, as a team, as an organization, how are we keeping momentum going? We just had a great couple months. How are we going to keep this going in our organization, right? Sherry says, I get my business going by filling it with gas. There you go. Fed by Soul says, talking to people daily. I love it. Deanne says, keep the wheels moving. Absolutely. So what are some key things that you can do to keep the wheels moving in your business, Deanne? Sherry, what is it filling with gas? You expand that analogy a little bit. What does that look like, right? Dan says, you just got to keep talking to people, right? Steph says, make sure you're checking in with mentors and setting goals. I love that. One famous quote by Sean King says that in order to keep momentum going, you got to keep setting bigger goals and bigger goals and bigger goals, right? Because once you accomplish something, if you just stop, you can't continue to move forward, right? Chris says, being consistent. Deanne, keep talking, right? Having a plan for the month, Steph says. Amy says, be consistent. Do it daily. I love all of those things, okay? And one thing that we really got to continue to build on is doing those little actions to keep the momentum going, to not rest and think that we're just going to sit back and just watch this thing go now. Oftentimes we kind of get then the feeling that our business is a little bit like a big rock on top of a mountain. All I have to do is push it once and just watch it go, right? Very few things in life are that way. Our health, definitely not that way, right? We have to continue to work, continue to show up. Our business is exactly the same way. We've got a few things going on right now that are going on and that are coming up that we want to make sure that we are absolutely focused on. Number one, we have convention coming up. We've talked about it in the past. We're going to talk about it more today. We'll flash some slides here in a moment. But we have what we call a Celebrate. Now, for those of you who have come before to a convention, when we say get your Celebrate team, what does that even mean? Go ahead and answer now. What does that mean to get a Celebrate team? We talk about it. It's on the flyer that we just recently sent out. At the very bottom of it says, hey, come and be a part of Soul's convention in Orlando and get your Celebrate team. We want to talk about that because it's going to be a key thing for you and your organization to be able to get momentum in order to keep it going, okay? Key things with a Celebrate team. Number one, it gets everybody in your organization excited and ready to go. It gives you a way to incentivize your team leaders to make sure that they come and that they're rewarded for it, right? People out here saying, it says, Michelle says, bring 8 people and get your room paid. Satinka says, me plus 7 others for my team. I love it. Ashley says, if you get 8 people to join with you, you get a night free. Man, not only do you get a night free, Ashley Geigel, you get all of your nights free, okay? Get 8 or more people on your team to convention, right? I love it. 8 people coming with you. And that's almost a hashtag, Tammy, the way you wrote that. I love that. Ashley Brandon, 8 of us together at convention, right? Absolutely. That's exactly what we're doing it. Okay. So it works like this. Celebrate. The word 8 in there that you notice. Get yourself and 7 others of your team to convention, and we will cover your nights for free at convention. Okay. How awesome is that? Here's the thing. In the past, we've done it for different tiers, depending on what your rank is. This year, we want to make it as accessible to you as possible. So everybody that's a Soul Leader 5K and above can participate in the Celebrate. You may say to me, Jordan, I just started. I'm a specialist. I placed my order yesterday. I'm not going to be able to pull this off, am I? Yes, you are, because you just have to be a 5K by the time you get to convention. It's in August. You have half a year to get there, right? So you have plenty of time to make this work. The way it works is this. You just get your teammates to sign up for convention. As they sign up for convention, we know they're underneath you. We keep track of it for you. We're going to have a link for you to even keep track of to see who's underneath you, and then you're good to go. Now, you may have, let's say you are a 10K and you have a 5K underneath you, and you'll say, awesome, they can just get 8 people. I'll count them as myself, and we're good to go. I don't have to do anything. That's not the right thinking, my friend. In fact, we won't even let you count them, right? So if somebody underneath you breaks out and has their own Celebrate team, that counts for them, not for you. So you got to get your own there, right? We're trying to teach the principle of getting all of your people there. We talked about the difference between being a promoter and an announcer last week. So promote the heck out of this and let your people know. They could be brand new in Soul and say, gosh, I just don't know if I can afford to go. It's going to be tricky. Orlando, the paying for rooms, all that stuff. Well, wonderful. Don't pay for rooms. Let us pay for them. Just get your people there. It's a wonderful investment for Soul. If you can get your people there, we'll cover it for you, right? So get your people there. Let's see some amazing things happen, all right? Do you guys have any questions on that? It looks like it's all working. Makes you a team, cements that. I love it, okay? So yeah, absolutely. You absolutely need to get your team there, okay? 8 people, celebrate you and 7 others. And you may say, well, what if I bring my husband? Well, you and your husband and 6 others then. What if I bring me and my husband and then my top leader and her husband? Great, you're halfway there. You got 4 of you there, right? So just get people there. They just need to register, okay? They can't come. You can't bring your husband and he doesn't register and he sits at the Disney World the whole time. He has to come and be a part of it, all right? Does that make sense? All right, looks like we're good. Will you please release the link to reserve our rooms? Absolutely, that's coming out. You could currently call the hotel. We've actually working with them to get that link set up. So we will have that done for you shortly so you can reserve your rooms and get that taken care of. We got a ton of rooms there, so you should be taken care of, all right? So celebrate. That's what we're talking about. Now, with that, we also want to talk about momentum, how it ties to this picture right here that we are going to show you right now. This here, we're going to leave this up for a moment so you guys can really enjoy all 4 of those pictures. This here is a picture of the location we are going to in T-minus 60 days. This is our location for our Soul to Soul for those that qualified last year to come with us. As you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. That one with the sunrise that you see on the top of your screen, top corner of your screen, that there was taken from the balcony of the hotel room that I stayed in when we went down to visit this resort a couple weeks ago. So that is a live, real picture. I took it myself. It's beautiful. It really looks like that. As you can see, we got some pirates there that will be there to welcome you as well. I think you're really going to enjoy them too. But it's going to be beautiful down there. Now, why am I telling you about something that you can't qualify for anymore, right? That the qualification's already over? Because of this, I hope it stings just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not enough to get you down, but just enough to motivate you. Because we're going to start here at the beginning of April with our next period of Soul to Soul qualifications, okay? We're going to be going to Cancun. It's going to be fantastic. If you don't believe me, talk to somebody who went there last time. We've taken people to Costa Rica. We've gone to Cancun. We've gone to Hawaii. And when we talk to people, Cancun is one of their absolute favorite locations. The beach is right there. It's all inclusive, all you can eat and drink. The hotel was beautiful. There's tons to do, okay? You may look at this and you may say to yourself, great, it's March. I've got a month. I'm going to kind of just coast through this month. So when April 1st hits, I'm going to hit it hard and qualify and just kill it. You may think that. Now, let me tell you why that's a really tough spot to be in. Because it's really tricky to go from 0 to 60 in one day, okay? It's so much easier to push hard right now in the month of March to get people going. Why is that? Well, if you look at all of our products, you've taken them for a long time, you know how it works. How many days are most of our products set for? How long will it take you to get through most of our products, right? Let's see how you guys are doing with this. How many days? You buy a box of Cinemate. How many sticks are in the box of Cinemate? You buy the capsules. How many days worth is it going to make you, how long is it going to last you, right? 30 days, right? Most of them are a 1-month supply, okay? Depending on how many you take. Some of us love Cinemate so much, it may last us only 15 days, right? But the point of it is this. Let's say you think to yourself, gosh, I really want to qualify as a 15K so I don't have to pay for anything when I go to Cancun. I just get to have my flights covered. I can show up and just have a wonderful time. Get to the highest rank possible in the month of March. So then in April, it's just another small step forward. Anybody that you sign up in the month of March is going to place a reorder in April. Okay, that's volume that you're already going to have coming in. So then you don't have to try to get it all going again in April and get that up and moving, right? Build on that momentum in March. They're going to be placing reorders. Get them on an auto ship. Get them in your system, whatever that looks like, and you will be able to sail through the qualification periods. Now, we're going to have more information coming up in the next couple weeks with a flyer and all that information to get you going. But you as leaders, you that are joining me today, just know that it's coming. Prepare yourself. Talk to your teams about it. Say, guys, we are absolutely going to start going right now. We're going to start pushing because everything that we do only gets amplified the following month. Every person we sign up today is placing a reorder next month. Every person that we reactivate today and get going again, they're placing a reorder next month. And that only helps us as we continue to try to push forward to qualify for Soul to Soul Cancun 2022. It is going to be fantastic, all right? You guys good on that? Trust us, free trips are everything. I love that. McKay says her stuff only lasts 15 days because she drinks 2 a day. I love it. Yeah, those who came with us, Cancun was it was just outstanding. Claudia says, I don't understand what we have to do. Let me tell you, I'm not even going to make it difficult today. Claudia, what I want you to do is just continue to grow your team. That's all that Soul to Soul qualifications are. It's just making sure that you're growing and hitting markers. So as of right now, just continue to add people in and you're going to be in a great spot. And then we'll go ahead and make sure that we get everything else taken care of, all right? All right, I love it. Now, let's talk one more time about convention, just to remind you about the dates and that you have and to register and the cost with that. We got a slide coming up right here. As a reminder, $225 through the end of March. Got 31 days to get people in for $225. It bumps up to $250 through the end of June. And then through August, after June 30th, it's going to be $275. It's pretty much at the door price. So make sure you get registered and get your team registered. Again, get 8 people there so you don't have to pay for your rooms, all right? It's going to be wonderful. Momentum solves 80% of your problems. John C. Maxwell. Live it, do it, be it. Okay, now let's go ahead and figure out what we are doing with our prizes. Before we do that, I want to give you a little bit of a heads up on what's going on next week. Next week, we're going to talk about some awesome starter kits that are going to be coming out that you're going to be able to participate in. We're also going to be talking about some benefits of Prime that will be tied in with our Soul to Soul qualifications to get you guys excited about that as well. So just know that's coming up the pike and you're going to love it. All right. Now, first off, we're giving away our coasters. Who's feeling lucky out there? Is anybody feeling lucky? Does anybody use coasters? You don't think you need to until you have like a wood table or anything like that, and then you realize that you absolutely need it, right? So here we go. The coasters for you, your significant other, even if it is, maybe McKay just needs it for both of her mugs of Cinemate. We'll see how that goes. The winner of them is Sharon Jensen. Sharon Jensen, congratulations, my friend. You get yourself 2 coasters. Love it. Next up, we have our Cinemate travel mug. Got a nice lid on it so it doesn't spill. You're gonna love it. Here we go. And the winner is, who's feeling lucky? Denise Norbert. Denise Norbert, you are our winner, my friend. You'll enjoy it down there in Texas. Your nice Cinemate travel mug. We'll put it right up there. Oh, that's out of focus. We'll put it right there. How about? And last but not least, the mini creamer. I'm telling you guys, these are unbelievable. If you don't have one, you should call customer support and buy one. I believe we sell them for $8. So it's a great deal. And the winner of the mini creamer today is Becky Boyles. Becky Boyles down in Louisiana. Congratulations. You've won yourself a mini creamer. All right, guys, as always, if you have anybody in your group that speaks Spanish, know that the Hablemos del Éxito is coming on tonight. Same basic information, just presented in a better way. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. But keep pushing, keep that momentum going. You will not regret it. As always, keep sharing soul. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.